Hi. As part of my leadership and consulting routines, I consistently come across several startups. There is a reason why I am connecting the startups to today's topic, specifically with reference to the current situation that all businesses are going through. There are a few things that we can learn from startup culture that we need to bring to the table today, whether you are a 5-year-old organization or a 50-year-old organization. I call it as a everyday startup culture. There are a few characteristics of a startup. I am very sure when you started your business, whenever it was, whether in your generation or maybe your earlier generation when they started, they would have approached it with such a zeal, commitment, etc., that might not be prevalent today. What we call as being nimble footed. I want you to have a look at how startups work and imbibe some of the qualities to face the current situation, which is extremely essential for any business to survive. Some of the characteristics of a startup: they are extremely creative. They come out with innovations, product wise, service wise, whatever it is, which are cutting edge and aim to bring something which is new to the market that has not been seen before. We can do that with the existing product or service, or even relaunch a new product or a service, whatever it may be. We can learn that from them. Second, they are lean and mean. When I say lean and mean, what I mean is they are a very flat organization. They don't have too much of an hierarchy which slows down decision making process and the speed at which you have to run. And at any cost, come what may, they would go after results to achieve them, which is something that we need to learn from startups. They are highly result oriented because they have to earn for the day survival. Unlike the large companies who may have cash reserves, startups do not have. In fact, they may be going on extended borrowing spree. Point number 3, they are normally highly customer focused. Whatever that needs to be done for them to be close to the customer, to make the customer happy, is something that they are going to consistently do, irrespective of what the situation around them is. 4, they always find a way to ensure that they are ahead of the competition. Because they are pretty small, they do not have any red tapes to stop them from dropping off something that doesn't work. Many of the established organizations have a challenge that they just cannot drop off the old baggages, as we call. Something had been working, I would rather prefer to continue to work rather than going after something new. Let me give you a metaphor. Assuming you are in a tree which is about 100 feet 100 feet high, and there is a drop in the fruits that are coming out of the tree. There is another tree which is fresh, which is about 50 feet away, which is more than taller than the current tree that you are in, and it is giving very good fruits. And wisdom tells you that you need to move to the tree for you to be able to grow better. What do you have to do? You have to climb down the current tree that you are in for you to get down, and then go up the other tree for you to get the fruits of that tree. The same is applicable in many of the businesses that we do. We need to climb down from the high position that we currently hold for us to be able to look at newer opportunities which are always available in plenty. There are a few more things that you can learn from startups, but I would like to restrict with these 4 learnings that you have had today. With these 4 learnings, you will be able to do the first thing which is most important for any organization in current situation. They need to survive. I need to first survive the onslaught. When a flood hits a plane, the first thing that people do is to climb the tree or go to the top of the house, because till the floods recede and helps come, they need to survive. The same is true in our case. You may be wondering, where is help going to come from? please bear in mind, whether small, big, whatever it is, everyone is in a state of confusion, state of shock, because something really big that they have never seen in their life before has hit. Even governments across the world are struggling to find strategies. We are even working with governments to see how we can help MSMEs and mid-cap industries revive in the short run. The key for you to learn from startup, as I said, is implement those 4 learnings that I shared in the video. First, to learn how to survive. Once you survive, it's a question of the floods have receded. I need to stabilize, clean up the house, get things ready and whatever. That may take few more days. In this current situation, it may take a few more months. Once the survival and the stabilization mode is crossed, in my view, we are in the beginning of May. From the time the lockdown is lifted, we get back to normalcy in the business and things survive. First we cross the survival mode and then we cross the stabilization mode. By the time we reach the third stage, what I call as the surge ahead mode, it may be at least another 6 to 7 months minimum. This is one of the most painful, I would say, situation that you're going through in your current business. For that matter, it is true for every business that everyone is in. Small, medium, big, large, all of them are going through the same crisis. You need to find ways to borrow the wisdom of startups. First, to survive. Second, to stabilize. And then find a way to surge ahead. All it needs is for us to borrow from the wisdom, whoever it is. And startups have a lot to offer. Become one more startup, learn from them, and you will find that this process that you're actually going through will build in the character of resilience, and even if there were any future shocks to come, you will be much better prepared than what you are currently today. Together, I am very sure we all can pull it off. Thank you.